Every real cowboy like myself knows how lonely it is out on the open range, which is why I listen to the Cowboy Boys podcast. With best contractually obligated friends, Shayne Smith and Mac Arthur, the Cowboy Boys will comfort your soul better than any disease-ridden saloon gal ever could. Cowboy Boys.
I said oob because I'm presuming I think anybody who's not a famous rapper is embarrassing. And I'm from Ireland, so Irish rappers is more embarrassing.
Yeah, that's true. I've never heard of an Irish
But
rapper.
I would date a famous rapper, of course.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, of course.
What about a not famous rapper who treats you well?
It is really nice.
He's cute too, but he's not famous.
Okay, but he's good.
No, he's
No,
bad.
he's bad.
He's bad at rapping.
I'd rather be treated bad by a
Oh,
good rapper.
I like you. That's a good answer.
Women.
No, I'm the same way. It's like when I first moved here to New York, I don't want to name names, but I remember I hung out with certain people and they were not funny, and I was like, well, I'm out. I couldn't do it. You're nice, but you're not funny enough.
All right, have you started recording?
Can't hang. Oh, we've been recording.
You need to be talented.
You're welcome to the Cowboy Boys podcast.
We already have an intro.
Ba, 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 ba.
Today we have Katie with us, Katie
Hello.
Boyle.
Hello.
Our comedian friend from Ireland, as you already said.
Yeah, which is exciting. And you were there earlier. How was that?
It was great. It
Yeah.
was nice, yeah.
So, because World War III is about to happen, are you going to fight for Ireland or America?
Good question.
Ireland.
Ireland?
Ooh.
Yeah, because we stay out of shit.
I don't think you're going to... I mean, it's World War.
No,
Ireland's going to have
We've
to
always
pick.
escaped through. We're fine.
It's true.
Yeah.
You're from the part of Ireland that during World War II was kind of like, we need to defend ourselves. You guys have fun with that shit.
Yeah. We just
Where's
like,
that?
Yeah.
The Republic?
Is that north?
It's the South.
South.
The
Yeah.
South?
Because
I
right
don't know
before
what the-
World War II, you were fighting with the British, right? I
That's
say you as if you were there.
you were.
like doing stuff.
Well, you have your war wrong. It's World War One.
World War One.
So during
okay.
World War One, we were also getting our independence.
Okay.
We were still part of Britain, but then by the time World War II came along, I don't know. I think we were just
Yeah.
like building a free state.
Michael Collins
He's
was
World War
before
One.
World War One. Okay, my bad. I did get mixed up a tiny bit.
I feel like Ireland is going to use this opportunity to, because they're like Iran, they're like Iran,
Ooh,
Ireland.
close.
They're going to team up and
With
we're in
Iran?
trouble. Yeah. What do you think? Is my theory?
It's wrong.
What? That's what they want you to think. Her denial says more than anything.
Iraq, Iran, Ireland.
No, that's what I'm getting
What are
at.
the other IRE countries?
Do you know there was an Irish woman? I'm going to tell this story really botched.
Please.
But there was an Irish woman who worked for the Irish Army or something like that, and she joined I really should have gotten the facts of this straight, but
Terrorist group?
she joined a terrorist group.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Feel free to make it
and
all
then
up.
she wasn't allowed back into Ireland.
Hell yeah.
no.
Yeah.
I
she,
mean-
she had a kid and everything.
So
out
she like
there.
joined ISIS.
And she was,
I remember
she was
that.
wearing a burqa and everything.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
And then they were like, "Oh no, we can't let you back in."
That happened to quite a few English women. They were like on AIM chat, like MSN chat, and they met a bunch of dudes who were like, I have all this money. These are photos of me. I'm ripped. I'm super good looking.
They never
like,
heard.
we'll worship Allah and we'll hang out. I have a pool. And these girls were like, yes. And they like ran away from home or whatever, flew to Iraq. The guys picked them up and brought them to Syria. And they were like, not only is there not a pool, but you've catfished me.
Oh,
and now
no.
I'm in the middle of a war and it's ISIS. I have to wear my beekeeper uniform all the time.
Well,
that is the ultimate catfish.
You know what they
Yeah.
say? Once you go Iraq, we can't let you back.
So yeah, and then
Stay.
We're gonna get murdered for this. Let's turn this
no,
Why?
we won't. It's fine.
You know how many? You check who listens to this podcast.
Yeah,
I
we
have
can.
one listener in Syria in my
we
podcast.
have
Hand
the
me
only
my
time.
laptop.
The only time we've ever gotten in trouble is when we mentioned Scientology.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, a Scientologist chased me down the street once for trying to take a photo of the Scientology building when
No
I first moved over.
way.
They don't
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I didn't know. I just was like, I thought it was a fake thing. I didn't realize it was real. I thought it was like
Yes.
lizard people.
Yeah, they're very silly. When they came to Salt Lake, where I'm from, where we're both from, I didn't think it was like a whole. I thought it was real, but I thought they were like hippies. I didn't really understand the gravity of it, so I also made the mistake of like going in and being like, what's going on here? And they were like, you have to leave. They're real serious
they take
about
it really serious.
I'm
Wow.
just checking. We don't have any listeners in Syria, Iraq, or Iran.
that
Well-
we know of.
No, I'm checking on the actual.
Well, after this episode,
we might start trending.
Yeah.
Shout out to our one Romanian listener.
Oh, dude, awesome. I don't know
Nice.
any Romanian
5
words.
in
Do
Poland.
you have Irish?
Let's look. Where's Ireland?
We have Australian.
59.
What?
Ooh, that's because you did our podcast.
Maybe that's cool, dude. 59 in Ireland. Where are you from in Ireland?
Kildare.
Kildare. That's a cool name for a town. And you were from a small town, also, right?
Yeah.
Cows and sheep and stuff like this.
No, there's like 10,000 people there. It's just like a suburb of the city.
Nice.
But my family live in a really small town now. They live in a small town, but that's in Longford. That's just in the middle of the country.
In how big is Ireland?
It's like, oh, you mean like there's
In
five million people.
In my mind, I can run across it. I don't know why.
You could drive 3 hours across and then 6 hours up and down.
Jeez.
That's pretty small and cozy.
Yeah, it's small.
I like it.
Yeah.
I just don't know the exact dimensions.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Well, no, that's what you answered the question.
You don't
Is-
know the exact dimensions of your country.
Yeah, get out of
What's
here.
yours of America?
3,500 miles across. I don't know how many miles up
How
and
far
down.
away is the sun?
8 seconds. No, it's minutes.
Eight light minutes?
8 light minutes.
Is that real?
Yeah, it takes 8 minutes for
I'm
the
pretty sure it's
light.
92 million miles, though.
We're probably both right.
I have no
idea. There's no way I would be right.
I agree with you both.
The moon is 250,000 miles away, though.
Good-
I know that.
Good thing we
Wow.
don't have any moon or sun listeners to call us
Yeah.
out.
Check.
We have
See,
no-
is
no.
there anybody on the moon or
We
the
have
sun?
moon listeners because on one episode we talked about how the moon landing was a conspiracy for 2 guys to have sex on the moon.
Wow.
That was last episode.
Oh, was that last
Yeah.
episode? Wow, I napped before, so I really don't know where I'm at right now. So you have a podcast where you talk about sex,
Yeah.
Katie.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
We don't talk about that kind of stuff on our podcast.
But you're called Cowboys. Are you the 2 guys having sex on the moon?
That's what a lot of people
Okay.
think.
we're gonna edit this out and go.
We are not having sex on the moon. Mac is a real stickler about it.
I'm a big prude. There was someone wrote us a review on our iTunes thing begging for me and Shayne to raw them in an Eiffel Tower.
Raw them.
Raw them.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
want us,
Jesus.
but
In the Eiffel Tower.
No, in
And
Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower is a
Do you
move.
know the Eiffel Tower move?
No.
You're European
I honestly
and
thought
you
you
don't
meant
know?
in the Eiffel Tower. I was like, it's hard to get up there without Ron.
I wonder if anyone's Eiffel Towered a girl on the Eiffel Tower.
What is the Eiffel Tower sex
So
move?
the Eiffel Tower.
My sex podcast is obviously not very informative.
Well, but yours is about.
Let's
Not
see.
knowing stuff.
Let's see if you can guess.
Eiffel
Tower. What do you think it would?
2 guys and you're sucking both their dicks. You're wanking them
Close.
off. You're jerking them off.
They're so
Close, you're very
That's
close.
skiing.
Oh.
Yeah, skiing
You're-
is.
Eiffel Tower. They're having sex with you in the vagina and sex with you in the face.
Yes, but there's
And high fiving.
Yep.
I'm good with visual imagery.
There you go.
I have a
That's
visual arts
amazing.
degree.
Wow, you guessed it. I would never, probably. I don't know.
Wow, you should do that to that person.
No, it's a point of contention
So,
in our friendship.
In real life, I tried to get Mac to sleep with a girl I was going to sleep with once. I was like, let's just fuck her. And he was like, no. And then now,
Wow.
over the course of the podcast, I've tried to find a scenario where Mac would also have sex with a girl with me. Even if it's just Mac even if I just get to watch him have sex with a girl, he's been so anti.
I thought the situation was I'd have to clone myself. We'd cut open my clone's head and put your brain in my clone body.
Yes.
So that's the only way we could participate.
It's so involved, and I'm really
the technology will be there in this decade.
You're very different people.
yeah. So he's not down with Eiffel Towering. He's not down with any kind of threesome. So honestly, it's not sexy. It's just funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never had a threesome, and I don't want one. So don't you go turn this podcast
Really?
into some weird Eiffel Tower malarkey.
No Eiffel Tower malarkey. I've done it.
Yeah.
Come on, of course.
Yeah.
But it's not. Yeah, it wasn't sexy. It was like funny.
Have you ever done the Gaza pyramid?
What's that?
Where are the pyramids in Gaza? Yeah, they're in Gaza, right? I don't know.
Giza. I think is
Giza,
what you're
that's what I'm
thinking.
thinking. I don't know. I just made up another move.
Tell me what you think. What is it?
All right. There's a base of 4 women.
Okay.
And no
one knows how you get them there.
Then you lay down, and then there's 3 more women on top of you, forming a human. Oh, it'd be like a human pyramid.
Yes.
You're just naked in the middle, like the pharaoh.
Oh, I thought there was going to be aliens.
I mean, those come later.
Sounds terrible.
Invent a sex move, Katie.
Oh.
After
it has to be Irish.
It has to be after a landmark. A famous.
A famous Irish landmark?
Yes.
No, any landmark.
Okay,
in the
I
world.
got it. No, it has to be Irish because I'm already involved with Irish. So the Blarney Stone, you guys know that?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
So
already sexy.
Kissing the Blarney Stone, people say don't do it because people have pissed on it.
What the fuck, Ireland? Why are people peeing on it?
Because the locals do it because it's funny because Americans come when they kiss it.
Yeah.
So the sex move would be you'd have to put your head on the floor while the person pisses on your face and you kiss it. You kiss it while it's weeing on you.
Kiss
That's
the
fucking
Blarney Stone.
amazing. That's
Blarney
the real
Stone.
good move.
Right, okay.
That's like on the level with the Cleveland Steamer. I'm gonna remember that for the rest of my life.
What's the Cleveland Steamer?
Ooh,
What?
Mac,
Is this a real move or did you
take
make
it
it up?
away, buddy.
Cleveland Steamer is a very old move. This is pre-internet moves.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where you just take a shit on someone's chest.
Oh Jesus! Yeah. Okay.
No, you don't just take a shit on
What?
their chest.
All right.
You're missing a key component. You're so Mormon about it. You take a poo on their chest, and then you smash it together, and then you have sex with their boobies.
Ew.
It's very gross.
I've
No,
never
this
heard
is
that.
Really gross.
Yeah. Oh, it's horrific.
I
It's
don't
like
wanna
meant to
do
be
that.
I don't think it's a real thing. Well, okay.
I mean,
If you don't Google it, obviously, but it's meant to be a gross joke. Kind of like pissing on the Blarney Stone.
no, that one's pretty like.
Would you pee on the Blarney Stone?
No.
Well, you'd have to hold. Someone would have to hold you, and then you'd have to. Well, yeah, they'd have to hang you above because you get down like you're hanging above something. Can you fall and get? Do people die when they kiss the Blarney Stone?
What do you think the Blarney Stone is?
Isn't it just a stone?
It's just
on
a stone
wall?
on the ground.
I thought.
Oh.
No, wait. I thought there was it was in a castle and you had to hang upside down and like go under a thing and kiss it upside.
No.
Is that not? I swear that's what there was.
Some Irish person is trolling Mac, being like, "When you get to Ireland, here's the directions of the castle. Hang like a bat." Imagine the Irish locals looking at him, being like, "Is that Mexican dude gonna die?"
Did you Google it?
No, I'm looking at.
I thought it was just a rock on the ground.
It is a rock
and
on
it's
the
a
ground.
famous
I
rock.
don't know.
Well, maybe there's an American notion that you're meant to be upside down kissing it, but I
What?
don't see why I'd have to be upside
There's
down
a bunch of
peeing
people
on
upside down. They're
it. That's an American notion.
So my
that's what another prank. The Irish people are like, you got to be upside down.
Absolutely.
It's ridiculous.
Wow.
See,
we
look,
are
they're
so
hanging.
stupid.
Yeah.
No,
you
look,
guys.
see, there's the castle. They're all hanging out. There's people holding the people up. I don't know.
dumb.
Are you really from Ireland? I
Yeah,
feel
but
like
Dude, look how
But
not
you-
necessary that is.
You still don't have to be upside down
just
to wee
so
on it.
everyone
That's
knows,
true.
it's literally just a wall and there's a tiny gap. Like all you have to do is get down and
it
kiss
is in a
it.
castle, though.
All you have to do is get down and kiss it, though. You don't have to like get upside. Like I don't understand why these people are doing keg stands.
I don't know.
Because that's where it's easier to piss. You don't want to piss up. You can't pee that high.
I think that while they're hanging upside down like that, they should begin peeing. It will hit the wall, and then they
Yuck.
can kiss it and pee at the same time.
Yeah. That it's a half Irish, half American person.
Ooh, that's
Both parents.
Have you been to Boston?
Yeah.
That's what people say. Boston is like American Ireland.
I know.
But is it? Do you feel any Irishness there at all?
I didn't, but only because, it was damp like Ireland, the weather, but it didn't make me feel like Ireland. No,
Yeah.
Damp.
I think Irish Americans don't make me feel like some Irish Americans are more Irish than Irish people, as in it's like a different Irish. Does that make sense?
No, that makes perfect sense because Jews do that too. You are here in New York and the Jewish people here are like, oh my God. And then you go to Israel and all the Jewish people are like, do you like Transformers? Like they're just normal
Yeah.
people. They don't care about any,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
not like overperforming it. Americans, we like dial everything up.
We like our silly
Yeah.
hats.
Yeah, exactly. and they do that, and we do that for like every single race or thing that we touch here in America.
What's
We
your
go out of
background?
control. I'm Jewish, and then my father is Scottish. So I'm like, I'm technically, we did like 23andMe once, and I was like, please don't, because I didn't want to find out that I was a father or something, which happened to someone I know.
Me too.
Oh yeah.
Well, it happened to their father. So a bunch of his half brothers and sisters reached out to him.
That's wild.
Yeah, like loads of them. 8 came out.
8?
Yeah,
That's so
all through
nuts.
and that's only through the test thing.
I have a good friend who did it, and then someone was like, so he did it and he didn't pay attention to it. He just looked at it and he was like, I'm Irish, I'm Romanian, I'm Middle Eastern, okay, blah, blah, blah. Get this out of my face. I don't care. And then one day, one of his close family members, like an aunt of his, was like, hey, why is this person on 23andMe your daughter?
Oh my God.
And he was like, what? And he went and checked, and he had a daughter that he didn't know about from, like, when having unprotected sex when he was young.
And the mother never told him?
No, never, because it was like in the 80s or whatever.
Oh my
Pre-internet?
God.
Yeah, he like slept with her, and then he bailed out. Well, he didn't bail, but he just like went
It was
along
probably just
with
like a
his life.
one-night stand, yeah.
Yeah, and that was back when like you just walk out into the street and he's just gone forever, I guess.
Yeah.
You'll never find that guy.
Oh
You
my
move
God.
one town over and you
Yeah,
disappear
start all
forever.
How
Only
old
one.
was the daughter when he met her?
She's like 19.
Oh my God. This is what you need to get him on the podcast.
And she was like so uninterested. She was just like, "What? I have a dad. Like I'm not sweat. That's why I didn't even contact you. Like I'm not sweating it." And he's like, "All right, cool. I guess I'll just forget about. I'll just like let you. I'll just be out of your life." And she was like, "Yeah, that's probably for the best because I just don't care."
Wow.
And he's like, "I don't either. I'm my bad." And she's like, "It's not your fault. You
That's
just
cool.
fucking. I mean, I hope you've been wrapping it up since." And he's like,
Yeah.
"I have been." And so that was it.
I wouldn't do that. I would be like, I want 2 Christmases now. I want back payment for 18 Christmases.
Yeah,
You're my biological dad.
I grew up poor and stupid, so I was like, man, I had a lot of dumb sex when I was young. So when I did, my mom was like 23andMe for Christmas, and I was like, well, here we go. I'm a father. But last year, all I did was find out that we are, in fact, we're Ashkenazi Jewish, which means it just means I'm super Scandinavian. And then my dad's Scottish, but it turns out our Scottish lineage is from Scandinavian invaders, which is why I'm like a hairless, super white, blue-eyed.
Yeah.
Like I just turned out I was like Norwegian or whatever. But
Scandinavian invaders.
yeah. Well, because we attacked Ireland. I say we. I had nothing to
You
do with it, Katie. I'm
bastards.
so sorry.
You're
They attacked Ireland and Scotland like a lot.
Yeah.
talking
So-
about your white guilt.
yeah. And so my dad's pretty stoked on being Scottish, though. He wears a kilt to family functions, and
And he doesn't have a grandparent that's from Scotland?
not directly, but the family is like Scottish, American
Oh,
Scottish.
yeah,
You know what
so
I mean?
it's
Like they
like
dial
Irish
it up.
American,
They're
yeah.
way into it, you know?
Really into
And then
it.
Scotland, we don't have a rock that you kiss, but I guess we have a rock that you throw. I don't know what we're up to.
That
Scottish
is so
people
funny.
they're really out of control.
They
Yeah.
throw logs, right?
Yeah, but there's like a famous rock in Scotland that people try to pick up.
Yeah, there's the 2.
Yeah, it's like
There's one that's like 150 pounds and the other that's like 200. And I think there was a woman who picked it up last year, or there's like 3 women who've ever picked it up.
I just
It's so crazy.
I-
You deadlift them.
I have a bunch of family that I guess they live in Scotland, and they're just mean, is what I'm told. Everyone's like, yeah, they're like, you know how like English people are like really kind of like quaint and sweet, and they're like, it's like if they were just mean. I was like, oh, okay,
No.
Scotland sounds fun.
I
guess.
wanna marry a Scotsman. I think they're hot.
Why? What are they up to?
I don't know. Have you seen Outlander?
Wait, Outlander?
Have you seen Outlander?
Highlander.
Outlander, motherfucker. Highlander's something different, you idiot.
Two
Don't
separate
correct
things.
me. What the fuck? Like, seriously,
also
what just happened?
I also was like, does she mean Highlander? So Outlander's a TV show? or a
yeah, I
movie?
watched 5 seasons of
What's
it.
Oh, we are
Outlander?
both
4 seasons,
completely.
sorry.
We just don't understand that this is a show.
This is a show, Outlander, and it's the main guy in it. He's Scottish and he's hot as fuck. And it's
Nice.
basically like mild porn. It's really good.
I
So-
feel like I should watch it.
Yeah,
now.
the main woman in it, she acts British, but she's actually from Ireland. She's an Irish actress.
Oh, that's
So-
how the show The Witcher is. Where you're just like, yeah, dragons, but the whole time you're just like, I need to fuck Henry Cavill. Like,
I don't think
hard.
he's hot.
What?
At all. No, I couldn't watch it because I was like, oh, this is all just based on him being hot, and I don't find him hot. So
Really?
it's not real to me.
Oh my God.
Oh,
you're
Outlander guy,
wild.
look up Outlander.
I'm
He's
gonna
so
look him up.
sexy.
fighting you right now. What isn't hot about him? Is it that he's English? He's the enemy.
I don't
That's
like
what
that
it
whole
is.
long blonde blue eye thing.
He has.
I like curly blonde, like Sam Ewan or whatever his name is from.
Okay.
And I like the
I mean, his
accent.
character has white hair.
His name is Sam Hirchen.
He's great.
I
I've
do-
masturbated to that show a lot.
So it's
Yeah.
just
Woo!
the
Katie coming in.
It's super hot.
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
the
I
red
was gonna say,
head.
do you just watch it? Wait, or do you? Would you? Let's hypothetically. Would you not hypothetically?
Oh.
Would you masturbate to a new episode, or are you watching old episodes to masturbate?
I have the old ones in my memory in the
So-
shower.
There you go.
I just googled Sam Hirchen nude and best Outlander sex scenes ranked by Vulture.
There's sex scenes.
Yeah,
in
they're
there?
fucking.
Ours-
What's the show about?
Oh.
It's about them fucking.
You know what I like about him? I agree with Kate. He's like more Henry Cavill has that Hollywood
this.
body that like I
He's
was
a
built in a
man.
lab. This guy is just like a tree trunk of just sinewy muscles.
Oh, this
And he's
makes
got all
me-
these scars on
This
his
makes
back.
me feel way better about my body because I have like a similar, just like a guy body.
Yeah, he's
I'm
like
not
a
like,
real man.
I don't have a dad bod, but I'm not like buff. No matter how strong I get, I'm always just kind of like a guy.
Oh, look.
I don't know how
Yeah.
to explain it.
sucking on titties.
You know what?
Oh,
I've
there's-
had so many
there's dick.
girls try to reassure me, like, no, you have is very attractive because I'm not like a cut guy. This does make me feel better.
Good, yeah,
Yeah.
he's so sexy.
Oh man.
I need to get successful
So-
and date him.
There was one guy on one TV show, and you're like, I'm gonna marry a Scotsman.
Yeah.
That's all it took.
Jeez, that's
But Scotsmen are generally known for being like rugged and like manly, and the thing about him as well in this is he's like rugged and manly but also willing to learn to be better and treat women better.
Oh man,
He's so good.
They really know what they're doing with the
I know,
show.
because he's like kind of like an idiot at the start, and then
Yeah.
because she goes back in time, and then she's like slowly teaching him like, no, actually women deserve to be treated better, because she goes back to a time when women aren't equal, and then he's like, oh, okay, and then
So,
he gets better.
When
each
I
time.
was a little kid, I stole one of my mom's Harley Quinn novels, which is like a fuck book. It's like it's like
That's not that thing that the kids watch now, Harley Quinn.
well, no, Harley Quinn is like a character in Batman, but a Harley Quinn novel is basically
Harlequin,
a Harlequin.
right?
Is that it?
Harlequin?
I could be saying this wrong.
Okay.
I think it's a Harlequin novel. So it's kind
Yeah.
of like a novel that's just like any story, but it very specifically is like romance geared towards middle-aged women. And it's a very popular type of book.
Fabio's always on the cover.
Yeah, they always have like really hot guys on the cover. And the idea is that there's like really graphic sex scenes and there's romance. And so I didn't understand this. As a kid, I was obsessed with reading. So my mom left these like books out, and like I'm just like, dude, there's a buff fucking Viking on the cover of this. I gotta read this shit. And then like 20 pages in, there's this dude and his and like it's so female centric. So it's just like all of the verbiage is just like his throbbing member was the size of a small pony. She didn't know if she could take it, but she slid it in anyway. Like, and it's just like super graphic. And as a kid, I'm just like, wow, this Viking book is wild. So, but there was one Harley Quinn novel my mom read. I swear to God, I think she read the whole series like 3 times, and I read it without her knowing, and it was so much fucking in it. But it was about a Viking who went forward into time
What?
and met a woman, and then he accidentally brings her back into time, and she has to like be around him while he's fighting wars and stuff. And he's
Cool.
like all covered in blood, and she's like washing him down, and he's like taking care of her and learning to be a modern man even though he kills people.
This is Outlander.
Sounds very similar.
Well, the Outlanders are based off books from a long, long time ago as well. So we don't know.
Dude,
Could be Harley Quinn. Could
what
be a.
if-
It's like
the
maybe it's like a
same.
sex. What's the when you do a song, but you know when Tenacious D does a song, but they do it funny.
yes.
What's it
Parody.
called? A parody.
Yeah.
It's a sex parody of Outlander.
Oh my
I'm
God.
telling you, the
You know
Vikings-
what's so fun? What if I actually read the books and we're just like on the same page? As a kid, even though it was super female centric, I remember being like, hell yeah, this is hot. I jacked off to I would like read it. I'd be like, I'm getting
You and your
horny
mom-
from
You and your mom jacked off to the same book.
Yeah. I'm just over here getting horny at books.
It explains so much of your like current sexuality.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
you
it's all over the
you're
place.
you're a horny teen boy with the tastes of a middle-aged woman. Speaking of Scottish men and respecting women, have you ever seen that video of Sean Connery talking about respecting women?
No, is it bad?
Yeah.
Oh,
I love that you immediately were like, I know what this is.
No. He's dead though, right? Sean
I
Connery?
don't know.
James Bond?
He's kind of like a walking corpse if he's alive.
He's dead.
That's one of those guys I was like, I thought he already died,
I
but
think
maybe
he-
not.
I think he only ever did one good movie.
Damn, he's
That's my
89.
opinion.
No, he's the best Bond. Anyways,
Why did
don't
he
think
say
so.
that
Daniel Craig
respecting
is the
women?
best.
he's in an interview with Barbara Walters, and
Recently?
no, this is like way back in the 80s and 90s. And he's just like, sometimes you need to put a woman in her place, and you hit her with an open hand, never a closed fist. An open
Yeah,
hand.
it's
Oh
And
my
Barbara Walters is just
God.
like, yes.
He's like, what the
Oh
fuck
my
is going on
God.
in Scotland, Sean Connery?
Jesus.
So he needs to watch Outlander.
Sean's a fucker.
Yeah.
Well, Outlander does hit her in this.
But he learns not to.
But he learns not to. He apologizes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he apologizes.
So rough.
Because that's what they would do. They would like, he was like, I have to do this now because she like fucked up really bad, and the husband has to hit the wife to like
Oh,
show.
no.
And then, but then she like.
I
yeah.
bet you he hits her and you're just like, hell yeah. Like, is it
No, it's
sexy?
like,
Oh,
it's like,
okay.
oh no, why is he doing this? It's so bad. But he comes back. You're like, how's he gonna come back from
He
this?
needs to be redeemed for it to be
Yeah.
hot. You have to watch him learn.
Yeah.
Nothing I've found. Nothing makes a woman hotter than a guy changing.
I know. That's why we date bad men, because we can change them. It's really fucked up.
Yeah, if they're already good, then it's like there's no challenge.
No, well, it depends on what age. I turned 29 and I was like, I just want already good. I don't want a challenge.
I don't know. As a guy, yeah, zero challenge. I remember someone being.
I still like a
No,
challenge.
it's you. You were. I was like talking to you about like something about sex, and you're like, I'll just teach her what I like, and I was like, no, she has to know already how to do everything.
That-
Oh no, that's bad. I specifically when I'm with a new partner, I'm like, tell me what you like, because I get so nervous about.
Yeah.
'cause different guys like different things.
Exactly,
No, no,
Shayne.
no.
She can't know
Firstly-
everything.
Yeah.
not
I'd rather
right.
you tell me what you want.
I do understand that what I said came off. Like, what I mean is when you
mean-
ask someone what they like and they're kind of like wishy-washy, or they have sex and they kind of like they don't know what they like, but they don't know what they're doing. Like if I date someone, they have to have a high sexual intelligence. You have to already be very confident in your sexual ability, and you have to know that you like sex. And like, I don't want to date someone who wouldn't know to ask me what I like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or someone
yeah, who's just like gonna.
if you get up after sex and you put a sheet on because you're embarrassed,
Yeah.
what are you
Oh
fucking?
my god, that's my ex-boyfriend.
20. Get out of here.
My ex-boyfriend would do that. I was like, "What are you doing? Putting on towels and stuff." I'm like, "We just fucked."
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
bro,
You're gonna have to
that's-
stop me from putting my balls on your eyes. So it looks like goggles. Like I'm just like, I don't care. Whatever.
I got a helicopter out of the room. So wait, but how high was your sex IQ, as Shayne put it? You didn't know what an Eiffel Tower was.
No, I think Katie knows what's up. Because you're very empathetic.
I was
so
gonna
that
say
goes right into it.
you probably have the emotional IQ, but I have the like arcane knowledge of awful porn moves. And
Yeah, I'm not. But I think as well, you also don't want someone who's just learned how to fuck from porn, because it's sometimes girls can play up to that and that's not real. Does that make sense? You don't also want an actress. You want someone who's like, okay, I know you can obviously learn some stuff, but I mean, like, you want someone who's going to be present and really do it and not just do what you think they want because of porn.
Yes, that is the death of a relationship. That's a
Yeah.
death of anything. I hate anyone who would do something they don't want to do because they think it'll make me feel good. That makes me crazy.
Yeah, I
I
hate
want
that too.
authenticity only. I
Yeah.
also only like to watch porn where I know the porn star is like a filthy whore. Like, that's her thing. She loves that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
She's not working. She's enjoying herself, and she just happens to get paid. Like, I love that. So yeah,
Yeah.
It has to be authentic. No
Like
acting.
the last guy I slept with, it felt like it was a play. Like we were in a play, but I couldn't see the audience. Does that make sense? And it just felt like
Yeah.
he was doing everything for as if it was the movies, and he was like kept spinning me around, and I was like, oh, this is my nightmare.
Did you check for cameras in the room first?
Yeah,
It was-
a Japanese
no,
game show like that.
It was my room, so it's okay.
All right.
And
Oh.
it,
So you
it was
knew where
my
the cameras
only, It was
were.
my only one night stand of 2019, and it could have not been a one night stand because he wanted to see me again, and then I was like, should I, just so it wouldn't be a one night stand? And I was like, no, I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I'm not being shameful.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, one night stands are fine.
But it wasn't fine because I need to know them and be comfortable, and like I just wasn't comfortable, and we didn't match sexually.
It can be fine but bad. The
was-
sex
yeah,
can be bad,
it
but the
was bad.
situation can be fine.
Yeah, and I'm sure
Totally
he'd be great
fine.
with someone else, but that it just
Yeah,
our
yeah.
vibe didn't match.
It's fine to sleep with someone and find out that it's not good.
Yeah.
I think that yeah.
What was his name? First and last, please.
Was he a comic?
Sam Ewan.
Is that real?
No, that's the Outlander guy. He's not a
Oh.
comic.
I already forgot.
He's a genuinely nice guy, and he's hot. So good for him.
Oh.
Yeah, isn't that's the worst. I've slept with some people who was like, you are bananas hot. I cannot wait. And then it's terrible. And you're
Yeah.
like, oh no, you've wasted it.
I think it would be good for someone else. And again, if I knew him a little better and wasn't like kind of like fed up, I would have communicated better what I wanted. That's the other thing. That's why I like waiting. Plus, I like waiting. Nobody wants to wait.
Ooh.
I like waiting. I like building it up and like kissing, and so that was a while ago. But now I like to wait.
I agree
I
with
like
that.
the build up in this. Like, if we go home together, I'll ramp up to sex that night, like slowly, like we're making out, and then there's foreplay and stuff. But I don't like when a girl's like, I want to fuck you so bad, but let's wait till tomorrow, it'll be even better. I'm like, I'll freak out. That's the dumbest logic. I'll fuck you now and tomorrow, it'll be good both times.
No, I like waiting.
Wait, you like waiting like that?
No,
Like,
but not like that.
Okay,
I don't
yeah,
be
yeah.
like make them stay over and not fuck them.
Yeah, I've had girls be like, it's teasing, it's hotter to, like, I want you so bad that it's hot that we're gonna wait, and I'm like, that logic makes me crazy.
No, I
people.
think because I end up dating a lot, where so one night stands never. I always end up dating people. I date people, so I'd rather just like go on a few dates, get to know them, get really comfortable, get excited about it, have a kiss the first date, the second date like maybe a bit more intense, and then the third date fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
Does that make sense?
Classic.
You like to be, yeah, that's a very classic. What I mean, and you are a classy lady. You have a
Thanks.
classy look. You have a classy affect. You have an accent. I mean, this
foreign.
all makes sense.
Oh, by the way, the third appearance on the podcast, you do have to fuck one of us.
So
you're already-
It's gonna be Shayne.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a girlfriend.
Oh, man, we gotta get Diego back for that third time.
Yeah.
No.
Coming for you, Mike and Diego.
I don't do that with everything. Like I go to work 3 times and I fuck someone.
No,
I go to the store 3 times. I have to fuck someone there.
No, that's just a podcast house rule.
I won't be coming to the third one.
Have you so do you prefer sleeping with Irish or American guys? And I'm sure you've had this question a ton of times, but I meant to ask it on your podcast, and we're here now, and I'm remembering the
That's
question.
good though because you were being interviewed on ours.
It's
so.
true, but I really wanted to ask the question.
I don't know. I don't think it matters because
Nice.
the best sex I've ever had was with an American guy.
USA.
USA.
But I've had great sex with my ex who's from an Eastern Europe place.
Yeah, it's just
Won't
great
say
though.
specifically,
Yeah, yeah.
but that was because it was like he
Suka
might murder
biliard.
me. That was like very murder possessive, and then
it's very Eastern European is all you need to say.
yeah. But the American guy was the best. Yeah.
Cool.
So,
I slept with some European women, and I thought that they were pretty like extra fun
yeah.
compared to American women. So I was
Do you-
like,
But you know what?
surprised.
I've
But they
had-
were French too.
I've had the best crack with sleeping with Irish lads though. Like my Irish ex-boyfriend, we would have like it was pretty up there. It was pretty great sex, except for when he would get drunk, he would get like a little violent, and that's not what I'm into.
Oh
Alright.
no!
But when he's sober, sex was great because he knew his limitations, and we would laugh a lot. It was like a good laugh.
That's
know?
the best in the
yeah,
bedroom.
you want to have like I want to have sex that I can laugh, and I'm nervous about the next person I'm having sex with.
If they're not funny,
No, I'm nervous because there's, you can leave it too long. So then the next person I'm gonna have sex with, we'll have known each other a while. I'm hoping we have sex, but now I'm nervous about it. Now I'm like, now I'm like a little in my head. I'm like, do I remember? What do I move? Does he move? I can't remember. And I'm sure I'll just flow back into it. It's just been a while.
Oh, so you've had sex with them before?
No, I haven't had sex.
Oh, okay.
So, like,
you just haven't in a while?
I haven't in a while.
That's where I'm at, like a year, and I'm just like, I forgot all my moves.
I know, you're like, and I'm sure once you get into it, you'll be fine. But also, it's different. It's not like someone who I'll just have randomly met. It's someone I'm actively trying to have sex with, and we will have sex probably.
But they don't know how you're already baseline. So they like as you remember your moves, they'll be like, "Wow, she's getting better and better." It's only going to like.
That's a really good point.
Okay, good.
That's why I like to just have the worst sex the very first date, and then if we get a second one, and it's like, "All right, where are we going with this? Where's the top?"
That's good.
Pro tip for all our listeners out there: don't lay it all out on the first date or the third.
I've had some bad experiences laying it all out. I'll tell you that. I started to get older, and then sometimes you lay it all, and you're just like, "Come over and let's fuck right now," and they're like, "Yeah, let's do it," blah blah blah, and then you meet up to fuck, and then you're so not into it that you can't even perform, and so then you're in the situation where you're like, "It is you, not me." So like, I am sorry.
I thought you were gonna go in the other direction and be like, you're fucking, you're like, "Oh, let's get married."
No. I mean, I have done that though. Because I'm a big dummy, and I'll if I let my brain do it, I'll like romance myself.
Yeah.
So I'll get like way into stuff. But I've turned that off. Therapy turned that off for me this year.
That's so
and
good.
I've been very good about it. But when I was young, I mean, I've been engaged several times.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm
like
whirlwind
that.
romance. My
me too.
ex-wife,
I'm so like
we
that.
moved in together 5 days after meeting.
Hell yeah.
And we lived together for 5 years.
Yeah, that's mad. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
No,
not
I'm
good.
I'm very hopeless romantic.
We
too,
were
I get
saying "I love you" like I shouldn't have said it during sex, but who did? I did.
Okay, me too.
Yeah.
My Irish ex-boyfriend, we said it after 5 days.
Yeah,
we said it during
exactly.
sex, and it was just infatuation, but we just thought it was love.
Yeah, well, and I also like to. A part of sex for me is like the intimacy, because I've all of the problems in my life, and I like to manufacture intimacy that feels like love. So I want to fuck someone like I feel like I love them.
Yeah, me too.
So if I'm sleeping with you, in my mind, I'm the Viking in the book.
Covered in blood.
Yeah, and I'm covered, and I'm like giving you everything I have, I'm in love with you.
That's another reason why I like to hold off sex, because, well, what I learned from the one night stand, which is great, I don't fall in love all the time.
Yeah.
But I generally will fall after sex if I like the person. I don't fall in love, but I mean I'll like them a lot more.
Yeah. You gotta watch out for that.
So I gotta,
I don't have that. As soon as I come, my brain is like, get out now.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Oh no.
So unless I've let myself buy into the love thing, then the chemicals are like, you're fine, you're fine.
If she waited to have sex with you a little while, that would build up. So then after the
worse.
So then after the sex, you might still like them.
Yeah.
That's
No. It's worse. It's way worse.
Oh, really?
Because we build up and we have like this relationship, and she seems interesting, but of course we haven't hung out in person a lot because we haven't had sex. We would have if we had hung out more. You know what I mean? I've had like texting relationships, and I don't mean to scare you because I know you're kind of texting someone and enjoying them. But
well, we hung out like 3 days
over the course of like 3 weeks, and we went on one date.
Oh yeah, I know.
And then like for like a month, so like one date and then a month of texting, and I'm really into this person, and then we meet up and we spend like we have a plan to spend a whole 2 days together, and like 5 hours into the first day we sleep together because it's all this like energy and stuff, and I realize not only is the sex not good and I don't like her, but she's not interesting when she can't text. And now I'm trapped with her in this horrific situation, and she's not as funny. She's only funny through text, not in person.
I'm not worried about that because I hung out with him 3 days in a row.
Yeah, which is good. But I've done that, and it's
so like
brutal.
The only thing is the sex. It might be like we just might end up not compatible in that end, but I do feel like the talking thing the texting is good because we already spoke at length in real life. So,
but also I was best friends with someone for 2 years and it only like hugged them a couple times ever, and then had sex with them, and it worked out. So
You're Elaine Bennis.
Every single situation is different. You can't.
It's true.
Like, you know, I could go into my situation being like, oh no, what if it happens the way it did for you, or you? But I mean, every single situation is different. There's so many variables, and like the worries or the things we think of, and you just. What is going to happen is probably way worse or way better than what you just can't.
Yeah.
We just no idea.
You just gotta let it go.
You just gotta roll with it. Now I'm having sex. So hopefully he's on board with that.
I want Mac to have sex.
No, I'm becoming a monk now.
Yeah?
I'm gonna start practicing Buddhism.
Well, it's been a year, so you kind of are a monk.
I
There you
feel
go.
like it. Now you gotta stop beating off, and then I'll just catch you floating in the living room one day. It's some superpowers.
That is the secret. I think you gotta wait. Like, you can't beat off for 5 years before you start to like hover
So you
a
didn't
little
have
bit.
sex at all in 2019?
I think it was. I had sex in January.
Wow. Was that a one night stand?
No, it was a very.
It was the girl you told me about?
Did I tell you about her?
The long girl, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not talking about her. That's 2019. But
Yeah, it's a year ago. We're
Yeah, you
in
have-
January
That's
now.
why I had the one night stand, because you need to have sex with someone after your partner. So you have to go have a one night stand.
it's true.
Yeah, you gotta go fuck it out of your system.
Whoa! The way you said that was so matter of fact.
Yeah.
Fuck it out of your system.
Yeah, you gotta do it. You gotta palate cleanser. You gotta.
But it's been so long. I probably need a few.
Yeah, also
Right.
Mac's Mexican, so we have to get on Amazon and buy him extra strength condoms because it has been so long. He'll get someone pregnant.
I don't use condoms.
Oh,
I told you.
Come on, man. That's
Why don't
so-
you use condoms?
So
Also, that's not your choice. It's a multi-choice.
No, I always ask. No, I use condoms when like it's a one night stand situation, but on average with girls I've dated, it's always been like the second or third time where I'm just like, are we still doing this? And then it just
I mean, I'm with you there. If you're gonna,
Yeah, that's fine
actually
if you're
be sleeping
dating.
with
But
someone.
I don't-
Are we still doing?
I'm not on the pill and never will be. So that's like my stressful thing. 'Cause
If I'm sleeping with you more than once, though,
I'll be like, pull
I'll
out.
risk it all, baby.
me and my ex-boyfriend, Irish one, would just do the pull-out system.
I
It
did
was
the
fine.
I did the pull-out method for 2 years.
Yeah.
No, not one mess up.
that
Because
was
it's like either you do pull-out with me, or which I won't do, but I could go on the pill and be a crazy fucking bitch.
Have you before?
I was on it, and it's not that it made me like crazy, but it made my emotions like I was more
Yeah.
sensitive and more upset over things. And I know that generally, I'm like normal and sane and logical, so I don't even want to mess with those balance.
I had an ex that my ex-wife. We were together for so long, so I had a very good gauge of her personality, and the pill like fucked her up and like ruined her life.
Oh, it
was-
does. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she got off of it and got the IUD, and then I broke the IUD. So we hurt her IUD, but then she was good after that.
Yeah.
No birth
I'm not
control is
putting
the way to go.
birth control in my body.
My ex as well, pull out for a year. Just
So sketchy.
that was like 4 or 5 times a week.
Oh man.
I'm saying you could pull out if you're smart
You
about
have
it.
to
Look at
be
all of us.
diligent.
We did it.
Yeah, well, but I was like, I would not even let myself I would, as soon as I got the feeling, it was like, no, baby.
Yeah.
No, I got.
You can't get, Mac, you can't get close.
I had a few accidents.
No.
Jesus.
I get scared because I'm like, I can't believe I did pull out for 2 years because the person I sleep with now, like sometimes it'll just happen and I'll be like, that fucking snuck up on me.
There you go.
She's on birth control though, but I'm just like, ay, that would have been rough.
So
I did take the after morning pill last year.
that's why it
once.
exists.
Yeah, that was my first time taking it. It was funny because the condom broke.
Oh no!
So
it's the
we
worst.
still use, and he was sweet. He paid for it. It was some guy I was seeing like long
Yeah, you
distance,
have to.
and he came in for the weekend, and we just had so much sex.
Here's a
Oh, that's fun.
here's a pro tip. You can buy Plan B on Amazon for like $15 or $20.
Really?
Use
And
our
just
Amazon
stockpile
link.
it? Oh, yeah.
And then you wait the 3 days, and you're already pregnant.
No, you
No.
have it on hand.
Oh, never mind. Okay,
Well,
sorry.
which is kind of
Sorry.
weird if you fuck someone and he's like, I'm so sorry, the condom broke, and you're like, no big deal, and you just open a cabinet while you're talking to him. He's like, are you taking Plan B
I
right
mean,
now?
It's good to
Plus, you
have.
can just pay the. I don't know. I think it was like $40.
That's what I'm saying.
I've bought a few women Plan B.
Yeah.
It's expensive in the thing at CVS. Buy it now. Just have it in your pocket.
No,
like,
but
Yeah.
$40 is not that much.
Worse than
long term.
worse than breaking a condom. I've had this happen quite a few times, and this is I'm gonna sound like a douchebag, but you get the wrong size condom, so it doesn't fit well, and it just slides off in them. And so then you're like fishing. You're like so you pull out, and you're like. Where they're like, where is it? And you're like, well, that's where I will find it for you.
Honestly,
and so then you're in there looking for it.
I feel like this has happened to me before, but I don't know if I'm like just like it feels like a memory or if it's just you've painted such a good picture.
Yeah, it just comes. It's swoop right off. Has that ever happened to you, Mac?
No, I don't use condoms. Remember?
Yeah, it has happened to me, and he picked it out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Long time ago. when I was
I,
younger.
there was one time where she was like having an anxiety attack over it, and it was really in there, and she was like couldn't get it herself, and she's like, "You have to do it," but I'm embarrassed, and I was like, "But we're having sex. What are you embarrassed about?
Yeah.
Just let me get in there and get it." And she was like so not about it. It ruined everything, and I just felt so bad. And then
How'd you get it out? Chopsticks?
No, I eventually just like she like relaxed and I found it and like
That's the thing. She needed to relax.
Pulled it. It's
because
always
it
funny-
tightens your vagina. When
I always feel like when because I've done it like maybe 3 or 4 times.
you need to get condoms that fit.
I know. Well, so if I don't have them on hand, they don't assume that you're going to need.
What's your brand?
I don't want to say because people are going to think I'm.
I'll tell you mine. What I do buy them. The purple Trojans. Her pleasure.
Oh.
That's what, once you use those, she'll let you not use them later because you're in a relationship because she loves you so much.
Says the guy who's been not had sex in a year.
When I do have sex, I have it for long periods of time. That's why I can go dry spells and not feel bad about it.
I'm just imagining pulling the condom out of the girl, and it reminds me of like when a clown pulls
Yeah.
handkerchiefs out of his coat, and he's like, da, 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 da. You're just like, I'm so sorry. Oh man, it's so awkward, but it's not at the same time. Yeah, with other girls, we laughed. We had a really good laugh about
Yeah,
it.
it's funny.
Yeah, I like to laugh during sex.
Me too. I
Mac,
love
do you
it.
laugh during sex? You ever make a joke?
I am nonstop. When do you think I'm serious? Even in like ever?
Yeah, I would never. Sex is it's the best time to make jokes. Of course, there's serious times too. You have
No.
to. There has to be a good mix.
There's no serious times with me. It's jokes 24/7.
I mean,
You know what?
okay.
The 30 seconds when I'm coming, that's when I'm not making a joke.
I think that listen, if a listener is listening to this and they, for whatever weird godforsaken reason, think they're gonna eventually sleep with Mac, wait till right when he's about to come, and then push him off of you and make a joke and
Yeah, make a
watch him
knock-knock
suffer.
joke.
Yeah. You're just like, no.
What if I'm into that? What if that becomes my thing?
Oh boy, that is a big thing on Pornhub right now.
It's the what is it?
Ruined orgasms. It's like one of the
Jesus.
bigger categories. I know, isn't that weird?
I
There's
got
guys who are into that.
I got an email from a podcast listener being like, "Oh, something about wanting to have sex with me and how they want to hold my orgasm off for a really long time."
Edging?
I guess, but I'm like, you're not selling yourself well to me. I would rather have 6 orgasms than you hold off one. That doesn't make any sense.
Pro
That's
tip.
my not waiting argument. It's like, let me fuck you now and I'll do it later.
Yeah.
So that's the secret. All those weird stalkers out there email girls and be like, I'm gonna make you come 7 times.
That's why
Just-
the girl I'm dating now, when I first met her, we were planning on sleeping together. We had been like texting and it like, built up to it, and so it was kind of like, do we sleep together at the end of hanging out or whatever? And she was like, let's just fuck immediately so we can do it once more before I leave. And I was like, you get it. This is what I'm talking about.
That's amazing.
So it's just like the first time I ever met her, she ran and like jumped into my arms and we kissed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited to have sex soon.
I'm excited for you.
I hope it works out. You're gonna get a message from me just
Hell yeah.
over there being like, I don't know. He
a
like,
photo of you guys thumbs upping.
or the opposite. If it doesn't work out, me being like,
Oh,
boo.
no.
I think it will.
I want to hear either way.
He just has to last 2 more weeks till I get there.
Oh,
I was gonna say.
I thought you were gonna say. I thought you
I
were
just
saying
mean,
something else,
he has
like,
to not
whoa.
go fall in love and get in a serious relationship in the next 2 weeks.
There
so-
you go. There you go.
But I think I think that's so.
You're good.
Yeah,
I think.
He could start a relationship and you could steal him.
No.
Oh,
I mean-
yeah. I think you could.
My stipulations were because his ex-lover already emailed me, so
What?
is there, yeah, right. What's the right word? Stipulations?
No, I'm saying you're saying it right, but I'm saying his ex-lover emailed you.
Yeah. So my stipulations were that when I'm there, he's only allowed to see me if he's single and he's not like seeing somebody else because I don't want to get murdered.
What if he lies?
Yeah, well, look, whatever. What I don't know won't hurt me, but apparently they email me. So
That's a very logical thing. Also, just so I feel like no one with trash dick has an ex that cares at all about them.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like if his dick was trash, she wouldn't be emailing.
I know.
you.
It just made me want to have sex with him more.
Exactly.
And the thing was, she never said she was. She said she was. It's a fucking long story. Long story short, she saw him following a new girl on Instagram. That is me. She went on my page. She listened to my podcast. She then emailed me. Said she was her friend. So a third party, which we all know who the fuck does that shit. It's you. It's the girl. And she said, basically, anyway, the emails did reveal that she's someone he used to sleep with, but they're just friends now.
Mm-hmm.
But she would want more and felt led on. And I was like, this has nothing to do with me.
I don't know.
So
What if that was just him as like a fake account,
Yeah,
gassing his dick up?
Conspiracy theory.
I honestly, I considered it for 1 second, being like,
Did you really?
Well, for 1 second, I was like, is this his way of like ending it with me?
Oh my god.
No, I'm
you're
saying-
both sick.
And then I was like, no. But it was just so weird because the email address was like women helping women. And then she like had her,
Oh my
like a fake
God.
name.
I can't tell you how many.
It was scary.
When I was dating last year, I had message girls I was dating with that similar stuff.
Is this
And then
crazy?
I had to have girls I'm dating be like, bitch, he didn't. That's not like. Same thing, women helping women, and it's like he didn't abuse you. You're just
Well,
shit. You're boring. He didn't like you.
But it's not even that. It's like, okay, if my ex contacted him, he would say some fucked up shit because he was so angry when I broke up with him, and it's not true. And then secondly, everybody has strung someone along at some stage, or everyone's seen someone and not wanted to be their girlfriend or boyfriend.
It's
or not. It doesn't mean
every
like
relationship is working till it's not.
And then everything is different. So my point of is when he kissed me, he was single. And he is single, so it's like, why even?
And well, as she's just not taking rejection well.
Yeah,
I dealt with
also,
that a ton last year.
Yeah, and I guess she found out that I was going over there and I'd be hanging out with him, and saw me as like whatever. She was like, "Don't come to the place. He's trying to lure you there. Like you're gonna get hurt. You're gonna get hurt." And I was like, "Bitch, I'm going there for work."
Yeah. And I dealt with very maybe not as. Because that sounds a little extra crazy, but they
she
were
sent
just
me
like,
videos and everything.
He led me on, and then they would message someone, and they would be like, "Well, you're not dating him, and he didn't lead you on. He dated you to the conclusion of your relationship because you're not interested."
Yeah.
Do you not?
Sorry,
But I think the bad thing about all of this was they were still friends when this happened. So he had to go and be like, this is a huge, because she sent me screenshots and a video.
Jesus.
He had to be like, this is a huge invasion of privacy. And like the thing is, he hadn't even slept with me, so it's not like, even if he was seeing someone, it's not like he did anything majorly bad.
Yeah.
But he's
is
not.
he still friends with her?
No, I was weird. We didn't talk about it, and I asked him, could I talk about it on my podcast? And he was like, I would never tell you not to talk about anything. You talk about what you want. But then he listened, and he was like, I'm sorry that I didn't clear this up, because I guess I was like, oh, I'm not the girlfriend, so I don't really. And then I just on the podcast said, I don't want to ask because. But also, I don't want to get murdered when I'm there, and I kind of want to know what happened.
Yeah.
So then he listened, and he texted me, and he was like, I'm sorry that I didn't tell you. And I was like, no, well, also, it's not really my place, but I just felt dragged in the middle. And he was like, it was messy. That's why I didn't tell you about it.
That makes me insane. Scorned lovers are the worst.
Does the mystery turn you on? Is that why you still want to sleep with him?
No, I just have a high
Ooh.
tolerance of crazy because I've dated some crazy motherfuckers, and my mom is crazy. So, like, I can kind of be like, I don't want to, I'll judge him on how he treats me.
Yeah.
And like if he ends up, if in let's say I go hang out with him for the weekend, and then he comes to New York and he hangs out, and in 6 months it turns out he was playing 70 million different girls in 70 million different counties or states in the world. But while we were doing it, I was having a good time. Do you know, I'm gonna find out. I don't need to worry about whether or not.
Yeah.
And just because he didn't commit with her, I'm not even there. That's not even. Which is don't you ruin my fun flirtation?
Yeah.
I just kissed him.
No, I know that's the same thing, and that was my issue last year. Is like, what are you protecting people from nothing? I just don't like you. Get out of here.
Yeah,
You're done.
I'm not
We're
even
done.
live there. I'm not a tread. I'm in a different fucking state.
I've also had guys message me and be like, don't talk to this person. They're just going to sleep with you and bail. And I was like, amazing.
Great.
Like, what are you,
I
you're
feel-
selling them well.
That's definitely someone who's not over.
Yeah, no,
They're like-
totally. That's
Like I
There's
had that joke where when he told me when he called me and told me all about he was like, I used to be seeing her, I'm not, we're just friends. This is like a huge shock or whatever. And I spoke to my friend and she was like, oh, he's just telling you what you want to hear. And I was like, so it's what I want to hear. What would I prefer? Would I prefer if he called me and was like, yeah, I love her and I just want to fuck you?
yeah, that's so wild.
He's just making you come because that's the way you want it.
Yeah, it's people are such a lose nowadays, and they're like, everybody's like, that's a huge red flag, and I'm like, yeah, but so's my ex. My ex fucking checked my pulse to see if I was lying, lied to me about her, lied to me about loads of shit. So also had all of his ex-girlfriend stuff like a shrine. If this guy was to base me on the people I dated, he'd be fucking running a mile.
Yeah, your ex is wild.
I know,
That's
he was
good.
wild.
A shrine. Woo.
Yeah.
What do you think of strip clubs?
I don't know. I've never been to one, so I can't really comment.
What?
Yeah.
Do they have them in Ireland?
Yeah.
And you just never went?
There's
I
no
feel like
reason.
Ireland's so small, everyone's going to be like, oh, we know Patty. She dances. Like, what? Do they fly dancers in from England? Like, what's going on
I don't
there?
know. I haven't been to.
Oh,
it's
yeah, I
called
guess.
Angels, though, because I know my ex-boyfriend went.
Oh, okay.
While we were together, he was like, "I'm going to Angels night." And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, what are we talking about? We just got a
Stri-
dick pic on the email, and I had to look at it.
Strippers.
we told our listeners they can send us
Well-
Can I see it?
anything.
Oh,
Oh
you
my
can't see it
God!
because this girl said, don't look at it because she said, I was talking to someone over Tinder, and he's actually putting in time to get to know me. Gave him a number. The very first thing, so she gave this guy her number. The very first thing he sent me was a dick pic. So I started, and she drew all these pictures on it. But I feel like she's violating that man by sending us that dick pic.
Oh,
No,
whatever.
I feel like once he sends it,
Once
it's
you-
free. It's
once it's
free
on the
for
internet?
all.
Oh, it's such a weird angle. Why would he do that? What a
I got
Did you-
the only dick pic.
Yeah, did you want to see it? I'll show you guys. You convinced me.
I convinced a boyfriend once to send me a dick pic just because I thought like he'd never sent one, and I was like, this is fun. But then he sent the dick pic with his foot in it. I just think that's so
What?
funny. Yeah, it was like down, and you could see the foot.
You
If
can
I'm
see-
gonna-
Oh, look, here are the designs. His mustache, and he's holding a taco.
This girl drew. So
Ew,
he's-
he has his fingernail in it.
Yeah, he's pushing
Ugh.
his his fat around his cock to like make it look like it's
Jesus,
longer.
Guys, we don't want that.
That's a
Ooh.
really amateur move, guy.
Yeah.
It's also so close up and weird. If
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a dick pic, I'm just gonna take a picture of like myself naked, like wholly in the mirror.
Yes, that's a good like set up a
just-
timer, walk as far away from the camera as you can.
I did one sexy pic once. I sent it to an ex-boyfriend, and I don't mind if it gets out because I Googled how to take sexy pictures.
Nice.
So I researched it, and I had it on a self timer, and I took like a million of them until I got the perfect one. And I really liked it. I was really proud of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love like if I'm dating someone, like photos, videos, like all the
Yeah.
stuff all the time. I love it. Yeah, yeah.
Can't
real
wait.
fun.
A lot of people are going to have a problem in the future now that VR and 3D scanning.
Oh.
Think of like how you got to make your dick look good in a 3D
I
camera.
always smack it around a little bit before I take a photo.
I guess
Wow.
you could
yeah,
always
because it grows like a little bit. Because I'm usually the so
wait. Who doesn't do that?
a lot of people. Well,
Are
most
people
guys,
sitting-
most guys take photos only completely hard or only completely soft, and I would rather take a photo in the middle.
I do
like,
7/8.
So it's just me naked, but like I don't know. I've been told my nudes are good. So.
Okay.
I feel like I just went and looked at what like hot dudes who have like OnlyFans and stuff are doing, that like women subscribe to them and like lust over them, and I'm like, oh, that's what they look like. All right, then I'll just do that stuff, and that's like works perfectly fine. So I get pretty good reviews on my peen, but whatever. I don't.
Let's hear more about how good it
It's
is.
just like I think.
Humble brag.
I wonder what would
Hey,
you do
everybody.
if someone leaked nudes of you.
Well, there's only that one nude, and that would be my ex-boyfriend. So
There's
but-
only one.
yeah.
What if you get famous and someone's inclined to like go find it and then leak it?
Well, it's pretty classy, so I don't mind.
Yeah?
And I don't really care if someone sees me naked. I like my body.
Yeah, I would never send a nude. Well, no, I've sent embarrassing nudes on
I was gonna say you
purpose.
probably sent millions.
Yeah, well, no, I've not. But
Unless the girls, Jesus, I've sent some like silly nudes to the girls. They're a bit mortifying.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I've done like really like put your dick in a bed sheet. Like there's a
No,
ghost
that's
in
funny,
here.
though.
Woo!
That's funny.
Or
That's
like
fine.
you only have your balls in your hand and then you put like a flower and you're like, I got you a bouquet, like weird.
Yeah.
Stuff,
fun,
and then
though.
you just send it to your friend, and he's like, "Don't text me that kind of stuff. I don't know you that well." Which really happened to me once. There was a group
Dude.
chat, and everyone was being real gross, and I sent the ghost thing, and everyone was like, "Not cool, dude. You gotta not do something." I was like, "Oh no! I thought we were
no.
all just being goofballs."
You should have been like, it's not mine. I got it from the internet.
Well, that's what I did. Well, my tattoos are everywhere. I can't. Yeah, but a lot of people are like, you could send a dick, and I'm like, no, there's tattoos right up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Ruined
Identifiable.
it. Yeah.
Unless you get new tattoos to cover them up.
Nice.
No.
Could I buy the new tattoos on Amazon
Yeah.
using our affiliate link?
Yeah, but you could also buy Plan B and condoms.
Yes.
The purple Trojan condoms.
If you-
Are we at that point? Are we at the
Yes,
ad
we
read?
are. Yeah, we are at the ad
Oh.
read.
Have you ever bought anything online?
What?
I'm looking at you, Katie. This
Yes.
is our ad
Oh, yes.
portion. What's your favorite thing to buy online?
I don't know. Oh, the screen protector for your phone. That's
There you
the
go.
one consistent thing I buy online.
How are you breaking them so often?
No, like every time I get a new phone, I buy a screen protector.
You getting a lot of new phones?
No, like 4 in the past 5 years.
That's on that's
Oh,
average.
Okay. Yeah,
It's
I
above
guess.
average, maybe.
I don't know. That sounds maybe I need to go online and get a screen protector. I usually get them at the mall. I should get them on Amazon.
I go raw with my screen. I don't have
Max
a case.
doesn't even use a case. It gives me anxiety.
That's
Just
crazy.
look at that.
Fox raw, and
No,
he keeps
it's
his phone
crazy.
raw. Yeah.
Living a wild life. But he's okay. He's not fucking, so.
Yeah, so his phone is fine.
Yeah, it's not getting all lubed and greased and slippery. But if you go to our website, cowboyboys.rodeo, we have Amazon links at the bottom.
Do you?
Yeah, and you can buy stuff. If you click on them, they
You just do free advertising, or are you really getting paid?
No, Jeff Bezos
Oh.
listens to our podcast, agrees with everything we say.
You know, Jeff Bezos is fucking a lot more these days.
Who is Jeff Bezos?
he owns
Um,
Amazon.
He's probably the richest person in the world.
Well, he was. Now
Did he
him
get
and his
bumped?
wife are the
You know what? I'm gonna
half of
say
the richest person.
He's the richest known person because there's probably a bunch of Saudi kings and like Martians,
true.
space vampires that have
Oh,
more
yeah.
money
Lizard
than
people.
There's
yeah.
their people.
But he's like the
Scientologists.
richest normal guy. And yeah, if you go to the bottom of cowboyboys.rodeo, we have Amazon links. You click on those, you buy shit on Amazon, Amazon gives us a little money back.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you get that set up? That's cool.
We just set it up.
Yeah, we'll tell you
cool.
later so that you can do it too.
Well,
if
we
you
don't
would
have
like.
a website. We're not as set
Email
up.
Jeff Bezos and tell him
Yeah.
give them a website.
We'll give you his personal email.
theshift.com.
You can buy all kinds of crazy stuff there. What else? You got anything to promote?
Yeah, tell everyone where they
Anything.
can find you and stuff.
You could advertise anything on this.
Literally
at Katie
anything.
Boyle Comic,
Yeah.
and just listen to my podcast, The Shift.
Yeah, and you do your podcast with Des
Des Bishop.
Bishop.
Mm-hmm.
Very funny, also Irish person.
He's he's American, but he lived in Ireland since he was 14.
Yeah, I was gonna say his accent is not Irish at all.
No.
And it
It's
made
yo.
when you invited me to do the podcast and I met him, I was very disappointed in his not accent. I was like, wow, this is bumming me out. I didn't want to say it, but when I left, I was like,
Some people presume that he's Irish, and they're like, when they find out he's American, they're like, oh, but he has an Irish accent. I'm like, no, you just presumed that.
That's
that
so
he never
crazy.
actually spoke in an accent. You just presume because
They-
you think he's
they
Irish.
Mandela affected the accent.
So many
into
people said that to me.
So wild.
So where can they find you?
Katie Boyle Comic.
At
Just
Everything?
That's it.
Instagram, Twitter.com.
you've got the lockdown.
Yeah, all of it. Yeah. It's
Hell
.com. Yeah.
That's awesome. You can find me at Shaydozer anywhere. Of course, you probably know that already.
Review our podcast. Go listen to Katie's podcast, The Shift.
And then review that too. But also,
They have a higher rating than us.
of course they do.
4.9.
Well, here's
Oh,
the
you're looking
thing.
at it right now.
We got 4.8.
Oh,
Oh, go give me a rating. Give me 5 stars.
I will later, but you got to give us
I will.
at least 4 stars.
Katie is 1 point better than us, but also that makes sense because Mac is constantly telling our listeners he doesn't give a shit as long as they review. So I'm pretty sure.
Just rate us.
Also, I think we had people that thought we were a Cowboys football podcast and they gave us 1 star. They're like,
oh my God.
They talk about molesting and like weird shit. What the hell?
We definitely got a 1 star from one of our ex-lovers.
Oh,
Probably mine, since I'm so open about
That's so
it.
funny. That's so funny. Just imagining someone like having to open up the app and being like, "This bitch." It's so useless.
Damn, that is spite.
Yeah,
for rating a podcast.
Our first
bad.
day ever, we got 2 1 stars, and I was like, "I know who did this." It's like, we see you out there.
I mean, I was one of those.
Oops, I just coughed. Sorry, people.
Oh,
I hope
no,
the
you
listeners
can-
don't get a flu.
Dude, I burp into the microphone all
Very
the time.
disgusting.
Yeah,
I'm the only professional here.
Yeah, because you're not fucking. you
I
got
I'm not-
all the focused energy.
I wish we had a fart mic, personally.
I'm not getting all the disease. I'm not getting the flu like you. I'm not. What are you? Your
It's
weird
true.
burps. You're burping up your
riddled with bird flu.
girlfriend's juices.
Oh.
Ew.
I mean, but also, yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
ew.
everyone.
Okay.
Any closing statements, anyone?
Anything you want to say?
No, bye.
All right.
Okay.
Yeehaw, everybody.
Yeehaw.